Good afternoon, dear students. Today in the series of revision we are going to study about the symbiotic plants. By now in heterotrophic nutrition among the plants we have learned about insectivorous plants and parasitic plants. Okay. Now we are going to study about symbiotic plants. What do you mean by symbiotic plants? See, these are the plants which exist or which live in a mutual relationship with other organism. Okay, I am saying the word is mutual relationship. Means they are going to benefit each other. Okay, with other organism. A plant is living in a mutual relationship with other organism. Okay, now, and then what is going to happen? It is like that they are in such a mutual relationship that they are mutually benefiting each other. Okay, either they are sharing that nutrients or maybe some other resources. Fine. So such type of association is known as symbiotic relationship or symbiotic plants. So again let me speak, what is it? Symbiotic plants are the plants which live in a mutual relationship with the other organisms such that they share nutrients and other resources. Okay, so they are called the symbiotic plants. Now this type of association between two organisms in which they are benefiting each other, mutually benefiting each other, is called symbiosis. What do we call it? We call it symbiosis. Okay, such type of relation is known as symbiosis. Fine. So symbiosis, what are the examples? We are going to discuss about the symbiotic relationship, and in this relationship first that we are going to discuss about is lichens. Lichens. It is lichens. Lichens are the association of two organisms. They are algae and fungi. Okay, algae and fungi. They are going to be together, and algae is going to benefit fungi, and fungi is also somehow benefiting algae. And how they are going to benefit each other? Let us see. See, lichens, they are also called dual organisms. What do we call them? Dual. Lichens are dual. Dual means two organism. It's a combination of two organisms. Okay. Now, what are the two organisms? Algae and fungi. Fine. How are they benefiting each other? See, the algae, it provides nutrients. Algae is autotrophic in nature. Autotrophic. You know what is autotrophic in nature? Means it synthesizes its food and produces nutrients. While fungi, what is the role of fungi in it? Fungi provide water, mineral. It provides water, mineral and shelter to algae. Okay, so they both are benefiting each other. Algae is producing nutrients and it is giving to fungi. While fungi is what it is doing? Fungi are the organisms which grow on dead organic matter. Okay, so they are going to take water from the dead organic matter, mineral, and provide shelter to algae. So aren't they giving each other the sort of help to each other? So that's why we are saying the word mutually mutually benefiting. Okay, they are mutually benefiting each other, means they cannot exist without each other. Okay, fungi gives water, mineral, it gives water, it absorbs water and takes in mineral and shelter to algae, while algae is going to do photosynthesis and provide nutrients. So such type of relation is known as symbiotic relation, and the plants are known as symbiotic plants. Okay, now the next symbiotic association, if we talk about, then it is about a plant in which a bacteria lives. Leguminous plants we call them. See, leguminous plants have roots. Okay, and in these roots there are swollen parts. And you know what are these swollen parts? These swollen parts are actually the nodules. And what is the role of these nodules or the swollen parts? They give shelter, means the root here, or root is giving shelter to the bacteria. And what is the name of the bacteria? Bacteria is Rhizobium. What is the name of the bacteria? It is Rhizobium. Now, what is the role of this Rhizobium? See, roots are giving shelter to the plant, to the bacteria. But what bacteria is doing to the plants? Because we are saying that symbiotic relation is that relation in which they are mutually benefiting each other. So how bacteria is helping? You know what is the role of bacteria? Bacteria actually converts elemental nitrogen. You know that Earth's atmosphere contains 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. So this nitrogen, which is in the elemental form, is of no use for animals as well as plants. So plants in which bacteria are living, they convert this nitrogen into usable forms. Okay, they convert them into nitrates, and these nitrates are absorbed by the plant and it is used for the basic life processes. Okay, and they make the nitrates, they come in the form of proteins now. Okay, and these proteins are very much required by us. So when animals, they feed on this, they get proteins. Okay, so just see the cycle, how it is happening. Don't you think that here symbiotic relationship is taking place? The plant is providing shelter in the form of nodules, and bacteria living in that nodules are converting elemental nitrogen into nitrates, and which is being used by the plant and forms proteins. Okay, it becomes part of the plant cell. Okay, and then they are being consumed by the animals. So don't you think that they both are helping each other, benefiting each other? So this is the another example of what? Symbiotic relationship. Okay, so again let us recapitulate what is symbiotic relationship. It is the relationship in which two organisms, they are benefiting each other, mutually benefiting each other. Okay, and not only this, benefiting each other, but how they are benefiting, either by giving shelter or by providing nutrients or any other thing. Okay, so this was about the symbiotic plants. Now let us learn about that. See, the concept of replenishing soil, replenishing nutrients in soil. Once you have grown crop on the piece of land, what do you think crop is going to do? it is going to take in all the nutrients from the soil. Okay. Now once the crops have been grown, what do you think? Will there be any nutrient left? No. Nutrients will be left, but in very less quantity. So for the next, whatever the next crop that we are to grow, do you think that it is going to give the same quantity of nutrients as it had given to the soil as given to the first crop? No. So these nutrients which have been absorbed by the plants are to be replenished. Replenished means that one of the quantity has been consumed, now some more should be added to it to overcome the deficiency. So plants use nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium from the soil. So after some time it becomes like that soil is deficient in the nutrients. Okay. So to overcome that deficiency, the soil needs to be replenished with the nutrients. Okay. Timely we have to replenish the nutrients. So manures, what do we do? To replenish, what we do? We either add manures or fertilizers. Okay, either we are adding manures to the soil or the fertilizers so that the plants, they may get the nutrients. Okay. Now other than this, what happens? We are talking about leguminous plants. Can you name some leguminous plants? Like pea. Okay, pea is containing what it contains. It contains a lot of nitrogen element in the form of proteins. So all the pulses, we can talk about gram, beans, etc. or the pulses. They have root nodules, and as we have learned in the symbiotic relationship, they have root nodules and bacteria are living over there. So nitrogen fixing bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is rhizobium. Okay, it converts elemental nitrogen into nitrates. Okay, and these are doing what? They are replenishing the soil by adding nitrates to the soil. And when we irrigate, then what happens? That water in the form of soluble form, okay, it gets dissolved in the water, it becomes soluble and then is being absorbed by the plants. So thus we can say that growing leguminous plants alternately with other crops, okay, what do? They restore the nitrogen content of the soil. So replenishing can be done either by manures and fertilizers or by growing leguminous plants. And what do? They restore the nutrients in the soil. So this is only known as the replenishing nutrients in the soil. Replenishing nutrients in the soil. Okay. So today you learnt about the symbiotic relationship or symbiotic plants, and then another concept was replenishing nutrients in the soil. So homework is that to learn and write what is symbiotic relationship or symbiosis, define symbiosis, define symbiotic plants, explain with two examples the relationship between the algae and fungi, that is lichen, okay, and the what? And the rhizobium bacteria and the root nodules. Okay, so this is the work, and how the replenishment of nutrients can be done in the soil. Okay, so these are the questions that you need to do.